Computer. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I am doing a Zoom call with our social distancing, and I am with Jen O'Brien. She is a local State Farm agency business owner right in the center of town, and she is also the director of the Smithtown Childrens Foundation Hauppauge chapter. And then I am with Christine Fitzgerald, who we all know, wonderful Christine Fitzgerald, who runs the Smithtown Childrens Foundation along with many other organizations and is heavily involved with the community. So I want to ask you guys, just how has this whole crisis impacted, sorry.
It's okay.
How has it impacted the Smithtown Childrens Foundation, and how are you guys adjusting?
So I guess the first thing, like everybody else, we're at a standstill, unfortunately. We had to cancel an event. We're probably going to have to rethink our May 30th and June 11th events. So we've got to get creative. So everyone's looking online. So we are probably going to do some online fundraisers, maybe an online auction. I'm talking to somebody about that. I fear that we need to have the funds to continue to help people as we come out the other side of this, because I think there'll be an even greater need.
Yeah, I think the aftermath of what everything that's going on is going to have an impact moving forward for a while.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know, financially, especially for businesses, et cetera.
Yeah, and on top of that, people are still get sick. You know, and then that's an additional financial struggle.
Yeah. How about you, Jen? How are you adjusting, and what are you doing with the Hauppauge chapter, or just with the Smithtown Childrens Foundation in general, to help them? We know you're very techie and love doing the events and stuff. What do you have planned moving forward, and how have you adjusted your meeting? Like we used to, I took pictures of you with the Easter Bunny outfit, and so now how are we doing it?
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Jim, first for having us. And definitely the Smithtown Children's Foundation is such an amazing organization and resource that we really want to make our community aware of, whether it's financial, emotional, medical need, partnering with Chris and all of Chris's resources and the other advisory board. We really are a strong force. And we want to just make everyone aware that we're here to help. Let us take on some of your burden and hopefully provide some relief, whether it's financial, whether it's just putting a smile on someone's face. Obviously right now is a very challenging time for everyone, something that I don't think any of us would ever expect that we would be in, being a American citizen, living in New York, the year 2020. How is this happening? And everything just happened so sudden. And I think, it really put out, sometimes the best in people when it's like, okay, in times of crisis, are you going to, do even more or give up? And I think a lot of people are trying to find ways to stay positive, to stay strong. That sense of community togetherness is so important and really so special to see that everybody is really trying to help each other out, help your neighbors out. Who's in need? How could we help? From the foundation standpoint, we did put together 2 Facebook groups. One is Smithtown Strong. Another is SCF, so Smithtown Children Foundation, SCF Cares. And really the first idea came about the Smithtown Strong, just as an outlet. Like we now more than ever need to support each other. We need to support the small businesses that are struggling. Exactly. We need to support the community. We need to support our families that feel that they don't know where to go. So we created this group. I think we're definitely well over 1,000 people. And then from there, when Chris and I were talking, let's said, we need to also create more of an emotional outlet for people, because the mental impact that this is having on people being, on lockdown and then watching the scary things that are going on the news, people need support and that sense of togetherness without being physically in front of people more than ever. And we have some fun things in the works that Chrissy could go on about of our virtual togetherness.
Or being in the house with the same group of people for weeks on end. That can be challenging too.
Yeah.
I should thank you, Jim, for allowing for me to actually put on makeup today, because that was like, oh, I'm gonna put on makeup today. Wow.
Well, that's the benefit to some of this is you can prep beforehand, and and I'm not just walking in on you and going, hey,
not being interviewed at the train station platform after a long day.
Yeah.
So what Jen was talking about, the groups, we thought about our local restaurants who have been so supportive. We do a tasting event every year, and they come out, they provide food. If they can't provide food, they provide gift cards. When I have families in need, I can reach out and say, hey, can you get me a dinner together for this family? So they've been amazing, and not just restaurants, but we wanted to give them that outlet, as Jen said. For people on social media and on our Facebook pages and the foundation page, you've probably seen I've been giving meals to local families, to emergency professionals, and that was not really of my doing. I had Legends in Kings Park ask me, hey, I can get these meals. Can you distribute them? He had the meals, but he didn't know who to get them to. So we became that conduit. Husk and Vine asked us, not this weekend, last weekend, hey, we're shutting our doors. We don't want to wait for that one takeout meal to come. We want to provide food. So they made care packages, and we sent people their way. And I think in one weekend they did about 60 or 70 care packages for families, and safely putting it in their trunks. We're not I'm dropping off meals on porches and getting in my car and texting saying, hey, there's food on your door. We're trying to maintain what they need us to maintain, but at the same time be helpful. We also reached out to Stony Brook Children's Hospital. We work very closely through our Silent Night chapter when we adopt families at the holidays with their child life department. And I said, hey, what do you need? And she said, you know what? Thanks for asking. Our Ronald McDonald room is closed, so I can't send my families who are here with their sick children for a free cup of coffee or a free meal. So gift cards to Panera and Starbucks, which are still doing takeout in their lobby, would be helpful. And oh, by the way, we're totally wiped out of hand sanitizers. So we did a drive for that, and I bought 100 gift cards online. They were sent to her. She had to print them all out, but she was extremely grateful because now she can give them to her families. And at the end of the day, everybody can help. People ask me, how can I volunteer from the comfort of my home? Everybody knows someone who's struggling financially, medically, before the crisis, now because of the crisis. Go buy a meal for them. Don't ask them. Just go get a meal, drop it at their door, and tell them, hey, tonight's dinner's on me. Here it is. And that would go a long way, I believe.
Yeah, I think now more than ever really puts everything into perspective.
Yeah.
And you need to be thinking about who your neighbor is, who's in your tribe or your circle that you need to touch all the time. There may be an elderly person 2 doors down that hasn't gotten out. And so I think a lot of people are doing that type of outreach too.
And people are doing amazing things. Just Jen and I see it on, and you probably too, on social media, people making masks. Somebody goes, hey, you don't have fabric. You know what makes a great mask? Doggy wee-wee pads. Okay. Okay. If that works, great. There's a daycare right here in Wisconsin who had to close, but then she was told she can stay open for healthcare and emergency personnel, professionals who need to put their child in daycare so they can go to work because they're a vital service. That's Miss Laura's daycare. So you can reach out. She's
Miss Laura's Tots.
Yeah, Miss Laura's Tots, exactly. So she's there, trying to help in her way.
Yeah.
We're also thinking, as Jen said, about the emotional side of this, because our mission says we provide financial and emotional support. And we actually have a chapter called Anthony's Hope, which is to provide emotional support. And one of the things we wanted to do was kind of give the kids and the teens, even the younger kids, something to get excited about, something they can do from the comfort of their home. And so the one thing I just put out yesterday, I'm calling it couch karaoke, but we're basically, saying, hey, make a video, a dance, a music, a comedy video, submit it to us, and we'll pick the best in the categories. And we've got an Amex gift card as a prize and some local businesses, Urban Air, they give us a gift card, Duck Donuts. So these are local businesses who were stepping up to help. And
Yeah.
hopefully we get some fun stuff. I don't care if the topic can be coronavirus. It doesn't have to. I just want to chuckle and be inspired by somebody who's got an idea.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I
Jen,
think
we've been talking about some Easter initiatives.
Yeah, Jen, you have a couple of Easter things going on. Why don't you tell us about those?
Absolutely. Yep. So, sign of the times, trying to be creative. So the first thing that we actually just launched or published this weekend is an extravaganza Easter egg hunt drop that we're doing in partnership with Pita Pit. And we put out a flyer. We posted in all the local groups. This is for our Smithtown vicinity and Hop Hog communities. And we said, nominate a family. If you know somebody on the first lines, whether they're medical, emergency, police, firefighters, anyone, even people working in the hospitals, the janitors, all these people that are leaving their house every day. Yep, the delivery people, exactly. All these people that are leaving their house to make sure that we remain safe.
So that we don't.
Exactly. Like, let's do something for them. And we already have a list of probably almost 36 families in a short 48 hours where people are either nominating families or people are emailing me directly and saying, hey, this would be super special for our children. So what we're doing either the night before Easter or the morning of, we're going to go to their front yards, front lawns, again, social distancing. Whoever's dropping the eggs will be wearing gloves. The eggs are free stuff, so it's not like everyone's going to be touching anything anyway. And we're gonna decorate their front lawn with the eggs. So
nice.
It'll be just a nice little surprise that we're doing, just as a small way to give back, because it's really about those small mini moments.
Yeah.
In the past with the fundraiser or with, the big fundraisers that Chris was organizing, casino night, these big events with all this collaboration. Really what people are looking for is just that little smile. It's just putting the smile on someone's face. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be a big monetary amount. It's just about, touching people in a way that people could still feel connected and like, hey, we're rooting for you. We're together, we're in this together, and just that whole community strong message. What the real message is here. Another thing we're doing as well is a little paintings, like art and craft contest. So I'm going to be delivering these little mini Easter boards or Easter canvases with paint and a little easel. Mainly for like the toddlers that are stuck at home, and I'm sure that the parents are constantly looking for new things to make the days exciting. Exactly, entertaining. And then we're going to do a little contest with that as well. Share and partnering up with Virtual Insanity. They have some great programs there as well. So the first, second, and third place will get gift cards to there. So those are just some of the fun things that we have in the works, and what we're thinking of a lot of other ideas too, like virtual family feud or different things. There's all these amazing Zoom calls that people are doing now, just a way to keep everyone connected. Let's see each other and just really know that we're all in this together, and that the Smithtown Children Foundation is here as a support. And please use us. Please reach out to us. It doesn't have to be publicly. It could be privately, but we have the resources and we want to give them. That's where we get our most satisfaction from. That's why we're here. We want to help.
But if we don't have the resource, we'll find it.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you guys are good at
blood. That's the other thing. If people have the ability to donate blood right now, that's important too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good final question is, what can the community do for you guys right now? Like what type of I know, you know,
hard.
you work off of a lot of, you know, people donating baskets and stuff like that. Now, kind of that's kind of gone to the wayside because of the social distancing and transferring this potential thing. What
I
can
mean,
they do for you now?
I guess, you know, I know everyone's struggling financially. We all are. Many of us don't have jobs. For those of you who can support us monetarily, when you go on our website and donate right online, those funds right now, I'm turning those funds into gift cards for supermarkets to help people who are, hey, I need food. Where can I get food? You know, I have
Okay.
someone talked to me about a senior this morning, and she doesn't know how to get on Instacart. And her daughter tried, and her daughter goes, there's a 5-day lag. She needs food today, and the daughter's not local, but her mother is.
Oh,
So we're getting food. I mean, Alpine Bakery yesterday said, hey, I have bread and it's going to go to waste. You have people who want it. So I ran over there, I picked up the bread, and as I said, left it on doorsteps and told people there's fresh bread on your door.
yeah.
So, you know, the community can step up that way. We have a lady who does sells an online nail product. And she did an online fundraiser for us. So she's trying to keep her business going while giving us a percentage back. Someone is setting up for us now a Pampered Chef fundraiser. So people with online businesses can certainly do an online fundraiser that benefits us, and we'll help them promote it because it helps them as well. It promotes their business, and maybe we get something back, you know, that we can put in our kitty to help the community. People who
Okay.
work corporate, you can make $100 donation, and maybe you work for a company that does corporate matching. Now your donation doubles to 200 with just, you know, very little effort. So all those things
Sure.
help. We also, before this went down, we had a Billy Joel ticket raffle. It was
Oh,
for
wow.
2 tickets to his May 2nd MSG show. They will be honored in the November show. We didn't
Okay.
pull winners. We're going to extend it, and that you can do that right on our website. And I can't tell you their front row, but I can tell you each ticket is valued at $900. So if they're not front row, they're going to be pretty darn close. So for those
Yeah.
people who love Billy Joel, by all means, get out there. You want to get it, you know, get some raffles. You have a chance to win. I think that's it on, oh, and as I said in the beginning, we might be trying to do an online auction of memorabilia and experiences. It will probably be light on experiences given the situation we're in, and heavier on memorabilia. But once this is over, we're going to work on that side of it. Anything I
Okay.
forget, Jen?
No, I think
Yeah.
that's everything. But I think, you know, most important, just stay connected. Know we're here.
Is on my
You know,
list,
if
yep.
we could help in any way, or if you have a resource that you could tap into, but you don't know how to get it to those in need, you know, please let us know, and we'll help put it together for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
that's the same thing I wrote. Stay connected. Connect with
Yeah,
loved
that's
ones.
perfect.
I mean, I spent an hour on the phone with a friend the other day, and it felt so great. And before this happened, I never would have done that. So now I've got a list of friends I want to connect with and just
Yeah.
ask them how they're doing. I mean, this
Yeah,
feels
it's
a lot
really-
like 9/11 after
it's-
the sense of unity that people
Mhm.
started to feel. And that's a good thing. You
It's
know,
really
just-
about taking care of your neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, taking care of your community is really the heart of it. You know, it doesn't matter if it's $5 or $500. Every ounce of energy and money and everything that goes into any type of community event is just
Yeah.
a benefit, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, you think about people who had to cancel weddings, and people who can't hold funerals, and the kids who it's their senior year, and they're, you know, they might not have a graduation ceremony, or they can't visit their accepted students day in college. You know, this has affected everybody, and there's a lot of emotional. So,
Yeah.
you know, if there's anyone out there who is a professional, a psychiatrist, a therapist, and they want to donate services, people are always looking
Oh, yeah.
to talk to somebody. So that's an important key too. But my bottom line is stay positive and don't touch your face and wash your hands.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. So I am going to actually drop a link in the bottom of this post that will lead over to your donate. People will be able to donate directly on
Okay.
Facebook. So anybody who's watching this, make sure you go down to the bottom and click that donate button. And even if it's $2, I mean, it's all helps moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people, like you said, the older woman whose daughter lives out of state and she can't get groceries,
Yeah.
you know, that, you know, that's where these resources are going
And a
to.
lot of these people, I find they're not going to ask for help. You have to go out and find them. And if you
Yeah.
ask them, we've had people who say, no, I'm good. And I said, just bring them a meal. Don't ask. Bring it to him. They're not going to say no once you leave it on their doorstep. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's important.
Okay.
And yep. And just one other thing to add there, even again, just mentioning those little things. And I think people really now want to give back. Even the people who maybe need the most, they want to give back. So even if it's something little, like I went around with my kids the other day and we drew rainbows on people's,
Yeah.
driveways with chalk, like things like that make other people smile. It makes you feel happy, because I think people more now than ever want to give back, but it doesn't just have to be financially. You know, maybe it's someone's birthday and we're sending birthday cards to someone, or like the drive-by honk parties that I put together for my son. There are so many, socially distancing activities that don't cost anything, and normally in our busy lives we would never think of having the opportunity to handwrite a letter, but let's do those little things that are going to make the other people smile. They're feel-good activities all around, and that's what it's about. So stronger together, keep connected
and
keep
share.
smiling.
If we can share our social media posts, because the more you share them, the more we're getting them out there to more people, to a broader audience, and not just the group within our page or our group.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.